Saya akan membentangkan mengenai knowledge management. Nama saya Astarina Farizah dan nama saya Nur Hafizah. Okey, let's start. Pengurusan pengetahuan telah dikenal pasti sebagai salah satu sumber wajib bagi setengah organisasi yang ingin berkembang maju. Kenalan, pengurusan pengetahuan adalah pengurusan yang sistematik. Ia terdiri daripada inisiatif, proses, strategi dan sistem yang menekankan dan meningkatkan penyimpanan, penilaian, perkongsian, perbaikan dan penciptaan. Maksud pengurusan pengetahuan adalah konsep mencari, mengumpul, menilai, menyusun dan berkongsi maklumat serta pengetahuan. Pengurusan pengetahuan juga adalah alat yang berguna untuk syarikat mengumpul, menyusun maklumat penting supaya tugas boleh disiapkan dengan cekap. Teori pengurusan pengetahuan ada beberapa kaedah dan teori. Dia 3 teori, iaitu teori pengurusan pengetahuan organisasi, ekologi dan teori teknosentrik. Pengurusan pengetahuan ada 9 model. Yang pertama ialah the Z model. The Z model ini menghasilkan kerja-kerja dari bentuk dan pembangunan produk maklumat. Yang kedua ialah Bukowitz dan William model. Kemudiannya mengenai bagaimana organisasi menjana, menukar dan mengembangkan.
Okey, bagi kita pada proses pengurusan pengetahuan. Proses pengurusan pengetahuan terdapat 2 proses, iaitu yang pertama penuaan pengetahuan dan pengesanan, dan yang kedua organisasi pengetahuan dan penilaian. Organisasi pengetahuan merupakan satu rangka kerja mengikut struktur susun atur pengurusan pengetahuan. Bahawa bahagian pada organisasi pengetahuan ada 4, iaitu kongsian pengetahuan, penggunaan semula pengurusan, penciptaan pengetahuan dan pemerolehan pengetahuan. Penggunaan pengurusan pengetahuan merupakan yang berkaitan dengan kos, tenaga dan penjimatan yang berkait rapat dengan kualiti pengetahuan dan pengetahuan penciptaan pengetahuan, iaitu menurut Donaka dan TQG mencanangkan model sesi meneroka penciptaan pengetahuan melalui penukaran antara pengetahuan tersirat dan tersurat. Mod sesi S mewakili pada socialization, E externalization, C combination and I internalization. Okey, terusnya pemerolehan pengetahuan mewujudkan pengambilan alihan pengetahuan merujuk kepada pengetahuan keilmuan yang cuba untuk mendapatkan daripada sumber-sumber luar. Seterusnya strategi pengurusan pengetahuan. Pengurusan pengetahuan mempunyai 6 strategi, iaitu mengurus struktur organisasi dalam pengurusan pengetahuan, pengurusan pengetahuan dalam budaya organisasi, ketiga pengengkalan pengurusan pengetahuan, keempat kecekapan teras pengetahuan dalam pengurusan pengetahuan, menguruskan rangkaian luaran dan sistem pengurusan pengetahuan. Topik pengurusan pengetahuan amalan penting untuk penyediaan pengurusan seperti dagang, ekonomi, kerajaan berdasarkan kepada informasi dan pengetahuan.
everyone. Today we are going to present social commerce and social software. I'm Chiu Pei Zi. This is Ng Xingyi and Tang Xiaofei. I believe that everyone here have one or at least one social media application, is it? Like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Okay, so it can be seen that social media is really important in our life. Okay, social commerce is now commonly related to e-commerce. Social commerce can be defined as the commerce activities that mediated by social media application. In this assignment, we are going to discuss about the concept and definition of social media, social network theory, social media application, hybrid marketing strategy, viral marketing and advertising, and also marketing using social software and podcast marketing. Yeah, I will pass to next presenter.
Okay, good afternoon everyone. I will be presenting the introduction part. And nowadays, there is a huge potential for the transformations of e-commerce from a product-oriented environment to a customer-centered one. This is due to the rapid development of social media and Web 2.0. Okay, next. The e-commerce is undergoing a new revolution by adopting a variety of tools, Web 2.0 tools, adopting a variety of Web 2.0 features, functions, and capabilities to enable the customer participations, enhance the customer participations, promote customer relationships, and also it's achieve greater economic value. So this revolution is also commonly equated with the introductions of social commerce. Okay, so we can see the effects of the Web 2.0 in the e-commerce in both business outcome and also the social interactions among the customer. Okay, next. The Web 2.0 have greatly influenced the business transactions and also the reliability of the business reputation systems. Okay, it also can foster the business relationship with the customers and increase the traffic to company websites, determine the new business opportunities, and also support the product and brand developments. So with the Web 2.0, customer perceptions, preferences, and decisions will not make based on the information they get from the company website, but their decisions will also be influenced by the content that brings on by people on social network. So this example is like when we go for the online shopping, we see the picture like displays from the company website, but our decision will not make straight away. We also will look through the comments provided by the people on the social media. Okay, so lately, many of the e-commerce companies have adopted Web 2.0 in order to develop social commerce initiatives. So a report by Levis shows that the growing popularity of social commerce is raising 43% per year. Okay, next. Okay, I will explain about concept and definitions. Okay, social media is referring to the online platforms, online media platforms and instruments that people use for social conversations and communications regarding like their sharing their opinions, experience, perceptions with each other. So it can be in many different forms like voice, text, audio, and etc. It's also transforming the communications into an interactive dialogues by using Web 2.0 technologies. So,
Hybrid marketing is a marketing that combines two types of channel, that's traditional channel and online channel, into a marketing campaigns. Well, the initial sharing of message can be controlled and can get benefit from the internet. But once the message is released, the company will just control it. So, but the company still people use this hybrid marketing strategy as the marketer still can have more control in the traditional media such as the televisions and prints. They use this strategy to promote their message and reach their consumer targets. And next is the hybrid campaigns. Video advertisements is distributed by mix of televisions and the online platforms. The objective of television's disputes is to keep touch and let the customer to talk about these advertisements. However, the online platform is used to provide the further interactions, possibility, more information, and the external versions and variations of the advertisements. This can be gain the benefit to the different target of the consumers and the cost reduction when compared to other companies that just use the television media on this. Heavy market also is supported by the online and social media tools like YouTube or Facebook. It also encourages the reaction from the consumer to give the information of opinions in the blog or the company page. The example is having campaign is Reuters campaigns that involve the user-generated advertisements. It's posted on using the Super Bowl and the Facebook page and on the YouTube. Next is umbrella campaigns. Umbrella campaign is a non-commercial character of video and other marketing content. The character listed to success work with this umbrella campaign is to educate the consumers more curiosity and desire to know the message, information about the video. There is brands like the Nike and
when you open your Facebook, have you ever wondered that at the top of your news feed, it will show the posts that are you more interested in? Yeah, because Facebook is using this one age range to determine what you are going to see on your news feed. They will prioritize the people you like the most and you comment the most at the top of the news feed. Yeah. It also used to prioritize the people who show up in your chat screen. You can see every time in your chat screen the people you have conversation before or you like their post before will at the top of your chat screen. Yeah. Okay. How Facebook is going to market? How business is going to use Facebook to market their product? It's because Facebook has the features like or comment. If you are the customers, then if you comment at the page of the business will know their customer feedback. It's a platform for business to have an interaction with their customer. So the company will know the direct feedback and what the customer think about the product. They like the product or they didn't like the product. Besides that, Facebook can also reach a lot of people because nowadays many of us using social media daily. Next, YouTube marketing. When we how users get money from YouTube. When you see a video, sometimes they will have advertisement before the video, right? Or at the center of the video. You need to after 5 seconds you just can skip the video, or sometimes you cannot skip the video. So it's a strategy to allow the customers to see the advertisement. And also sometimes they will have link that you need to click in and it will redirect you to the landing page or or the home page of the business. It is an act of call to action, means it need customer to have a direct action of your marketing. Next. Podcast marketing. Podcast marketing is the audio files that were distributed over the internet and is downloadable. Companies usually use this strategy to promote their product. This marketing will gain more attraction and gain more trust for customer. Why I say like this is because if you use the strategy that is just an image it just show a subtle promotion. Yeah. So podcast marketing provides information rather than a subtle promotional. And if during the podcast the people invite the guests or the experts from the respective field, it will get more trust from customer. For example, if today you are selling a medical product for diabetes, if you invite the expert from the medical field or doctor to share their information about the diabetes or how to prevent this disease, the customer will feel more closer to this kind of information and they will more to listen to the advertisement. And at the last conclusion.
So in conclusion, social software is an advanced software. It's easy to use and free. It's been convenient to the consumer and access the cost of companies like promote their products. But mouse marketing also can be occurred in the viral marketing. That this is also a fee cost for the company to promote their products. That's all for our presentation.
Our group of presentation is Virtual University. I'm Sun Jia-yi with metric number 240657 and they are my group mates Lim Jeng-man in brown color shirt and Wong Moon-shan. Now let's see what is all about with this topic. Okay, it should be noted that the virtual university has evolved as a potent vision for the future higher education, and this vision was driven due to the advanced technology. So today, online distance learning is increasingly familiar, and students could enroll to their choice of university at home. So this paper will discuss about the learning environment, the advanced infrastructure, the institutional model, and lastly the learning framework and virtual support of the virtual university. Now we go to the intro. Okay, the 21st century is overwhelmed with the rapid technology advancement with the ICT. And one of the ways the higher education will be set to effective on a global basis will be through the efficient use of this information technology. With the emerging of the internet, most of the higher education nowadays, they are no longer confined to a traditional classroom. Instead, learners who are enthusiastic about pursuing their education may study at home, may study their academic degrees at home or at work. And also, education via the internet has demolished the time and space constraints and provide the learners with a new and high quality of teaching and learning. So, this new way of learning online is so-called the virtual university. Okay, look at the concept and definition. The virtual university is defined as the campusless university that uses the internet technology for its main delivery mode. And its concept is, by becoming a campusless, servicing learners' needs from a distance and by bringing knowledge to the learners regardless of wherever he or she is. Okay, now we move to the learning environment. Okay. Okay. This concept, there are three focuses on this learning concept. The first focus is on the institution. In this area, the quality of education institution is judged by the production, packaging, and delivery of information. And the production of information is also called as a research. It's the prestige activity of the university because the result of the research is being disseminated to other producers who are outside the university, such as the government or other industries. And the second focus is on the individual. Okay, the current intuition is that there is a need to make the virtual university a learner center. This learner center means that focus on the individual's mind as the learning environment and their cognitive skill. From the term of philosophical, is a shift from a focus on the world objectively observed to one on constructing our own will. And in terms of psychological, is a shift from behaviorism to cognitivism. At the same time also, social skills and the ability to deal with multiple perspectives on the same problem is also very important for every individual. Next. And the last focus is on the integration and innovation. In this, okay, and I will pass to my friend for the remaining slide.
Good morning, everyone. Today we would like to talk about the learning framework of the virtual university. The learning framework of the university is the modularization. Modularization is that the curriculum is divided into the discrete unit and also the modules which are normally independently accessed. And each unit or module is a major part of an extended learning experience that also leading to some specific qualification. And what is the specific qualification? The qualifications, for example, such as the certificate, diploma, undergraduate degree, and also postgraduate degree. And such requirement may be totally or partially prescribed and also be partly or non-negotiable for students such as us. And this is I mentioned just now, the hierarchy of awards or qualification. And may I ask, which is the category of us as the UM students? Now we are under the undergraduate degree because we still in the process of getting the degree. And the meaning of postgraduate degree is the student who already graduated from the university and maybe he going to the higher level or what. Okay, now the modularization is gradually change the education way. And there are three ways modularization has changed. The first one is modularization change the higher education is provided. And also the second one, it changed the way the learning opportunities is designed or created. And the last one, thank you.
Okay, good morning everyone. I am Lin Cheng-Nan. I will continue the presentation. As we know, the university are the places of learning and the library are the places to provide information in support the virtual university. So the digital libraries is very important and essential to the development and deployment of virtual university. The digital libraries can define the two meanings. The first meaning is as one from information retrieval system that contain the full content of electronic document, often in multiple media and available via distributed computer network. The second meaning is the institution to provide the information resources or service in digital form, has specialized staff responsible to collecting, selecting, conserving, and providing the access information resources. Okay, digital librarians as enabling technology, which is electronic publishing and telelearning. For electronic publishing, it is the advantage of electronic publishing is less expensive than print, more faster and more accurate distribution. The student can hold any type of content such as electronic journals, monograph, graphic, and document and organized in digital libraries. We can see that the image, graphic, and table are likely to be created in the computer. Although the author do not create content in electronic form, the publisher also can key, can scan, and digitize for the production. Okay, for telelearning. Digital library also support many modes of telelearning, such as content in digital form, such as print, audio, or visual recording. The telelearning support many specific courses like to be released software tool for course project, example of assignment, and example of examination, and pointer to other resources in online or offline. The telelearning also support synchronous interaction over distributed network. So it means In conclusion, internet advance and software technology has given a great impact in our education. Including the facilitating of learning environment that incorporate with collaborating computing, digital library, and other information advance. It can expand its capability into an increasing number of society, especially in the content of virtual university. Thank you.
Our group would like to present about consumer purchasing decision-making process. Okay, now I would like to introduce my group members. She is Cha Mei, and she is Yong Yingyue, and I am Viviana Wong. Okay, consumer purchasing decision process is a process that consumer will analyze product through information they collected, and this involves stage from problem recognizing and to divestment, the last stage of this divestment. Consumer will face difficulty when they are faced with the large number of alternatives. So they will do something to make their decision to purchase a product. Next, I would like to pass to my group member.
Okay, so now I'm going to present about the introduction. So in this world now, we can see that the technology has becoming more and more advanced as compared to before. So like, for example, before that, the mobile phone can only use for calling and texting messages. But now, the mobile phone now can be used for a lot of functions like taking pictures, listening to music, watching video, and so on. So the people nowadays not only can purchase their product at the physical store or like supermarket, but they also can purchase and do transaction online, which is known as e-commerce. So actually, e-commerce has brought a lot of advantages and also disadvantages to the society nowadays. So what are the advantages and disadvantages? I'm going to tell all of you. So the advantages are the consumer are able to buy the product and that they want and also find it easily. This will eventually save the cost and the time of the consumer. And what are the disadvantages are? The consumer, the quality of the product cannot be guaranteed, because if you buy the product or service at the physical store or supermarket, you can actually see the product and you can feel the product, whether it's quality or not. But if you buy the product or service online, you cannot see the real of product. So actually the quality of the product cannot be guaranteed. So due to that, due to the implementation of the e-commerce, the consumer have more choices to choose for the product or the services that they want to purchase. Therefore, the consumer will actually undergo a process known as purchasing decision-making process before they purchase the product. So next, I'm going to present about the concept and definition. So consumer purchasing decision-making process. What is the meaning? So consumer is those people that buy product or services and they on their own for their personal use. And what is the purchasing is the action of buying something, and the decision-making process is process of making choices by identifying the decision, gathering information, and assessing alternative resolution. So now I'm going to pass to my friend to present about the next slide. Individual and the activity that take place to satisfy the consumer need. It can also means that the process determines the why, what, who, how, and when of a consumer purchases. So why is it important for us to understand about consumer behavior? Because if the producer understands the consumer, the producer will be able to create a product or service which add more value to the consumer. Besides that, it also provides information about the individual that purchase the product or services. And provide to the producer with insight of information in order for the company to create effective marketing strategy. And the last is the consumer behavior actually will directly influence the consumer purchasing decision-making process. So now I'm going to pass to my friend Bailey to present on the next slide.
The consumer decision-making modules. In general, there are 4 types of modules, which I'm going to explain one by one. Before I explain the module, a module is represent of ready. In this case, is represent graphic representing. The first module is introduced by the Harvard Auslan. This module is show how the input go to the process to the output. The next module is the Inger-Horan-Bradwell. This module is focused more on the communication between the firm and the consumer. Normally, the firm will communicate with the consumer and try to make the influence to the consumer decision making. And the next is the Nicholas module. This will provide more comprehensive and more accurate than the Harvard modules. This will explain by the next presenter about the process of the stage decision making. And the Anderson module is about how the consumer attitude change is made caused by they receive too much of information. The next part is I will explain the factor that influence the purchasing decision making. They are divided into the external and internal influence. So the external influence culture is the worrying or the norm that established by the culture, our society. It's like maybe it's passed down from the one generation from other generation from our family members, and the subculture is brought inside the culture that share the same value like the ethnic immigration, Malay, Chinese, and Indian. And the social status is determined by the education, occupation, and income. And the reference group is a group that include. Okay, I will pass to the next presenter.
About consumer decision making process, there are several processes in this decision making. The first one is problem recognition. The first one, problem recognition, is consumer recognize that there are something or something lack in his life. So, problem recognition is the result of discrepancy between desired state and actual state. Actual state is the consumer perception of your present situation, and desired state is the consumer perception of the situation they would like to be in. For example, when you find yourself alone and you're becoming bored, but you don't want to be bored. So the actual state is becoming bored. You know you will becoming bored, and the desired state is you don't want becoming bored. So you will take action that to call your friends to gathering, having drama or chit chat together with a friend so that you won't becoming bored. So after that, after you recognize your problem, you will proceed to next stage, which is search information. There are two types of information. The first one is internal search. Internal search information is come from your memories or the experience of product you use. When you have consumed a product before, and you will know the product giving advantages for you or not. The second type is external search. The information is come from outside search.
Okay, as a conclusion, due to the implementation of e-commerce, the people, as I mentioned in introduction, the people can not just can purchase the product in the physical store, they could also can purchase or make transaction online. So actually the consumer will make decision based on the choice, purchase, price, use of product and services and product design. So consumer will experience a process that called a consumer decision making process, which are consumer will do analysis on the product through the information that they form those resources and then make at the best decision of purchase to get the highest satisfaction. So if the company able to understand the consumer decision making process, then the company will be able to compete with the competitors in the market and eventually will be able to bring a lot of profit to the company. That's all from us. Thank you.